If you're going to adjust status, which means you apply for and get your green card while you're present in the United States, the law says you have to be inspected and admitted or paroled. In this video, we're going to talk about a mechanism called parole in place, which is widely available to immediate family of members of the U.S. military. That applies to both family of members of active duty military as well as veterans. So to discover a little bit more about this little quirk of immigration law, hang around till after the break. Thank you for watching this video. If you found us on YouTube, I want to encourage you to check out the description where we have a link to our website that goes over the adjustment of status process for immediate family of U.S. citizens. I believe it's the most comprehensive guide to this process that's available on the internet today. And this video is only one of multiple videos in this series going over this process and giving you that personal touch to the information that you can find on our website. This specific video is about parole in place. And as I already mentioned, you have to be inspected and admitted or paroled. That's what the law says. One of the benefits of being not only the immediate relative of a U.S. citizen, but one who serves in our nation's military or who has served in our nation's military is parole in place. Parole in place is technically available to anyone, but as a practical matter, it is widely and routinely and regularly applied to family of members of the U.S. military. Parole in place happens kind of in lieu of a lawful entry or in place of a lawful entry. So if you think, oh man, I'm married to a U.S. citizen, I would be able to adjust, except I entered the United States unlawfully, but because I'm married to a member of the U.S. military, maybe I could get parole in place. That's who this video is for. The way that you apply for parole in place is that you file Form I-131 with your local USCIS office. There's no government filing fee when you do it this way. And so even though you might research this topic and you might find Form I-131 at uscis.gov and it has a filing fee, when you're applying for parole in place with your local USCIS office, because of your relationship to a member of the military, no filing fee. Another important tip to remember is that you have to file Form I-131 before you apply for residency. And the reason this is important is you have to be eligible for that green card at the time you file the green card application. And if you don't have a lawful entry to the U.S. and you're going to apply for parole in place to get or meet or satisfy that requirement for a lawful entry, then that has to happen first because you're not eligible to apply for that green card. So you have to file the I-130 first, and you have to wait till it's approved and then file the I-45. This is one of those rare circumstances where we'd get a client, we'd say, hey, you're eligible to adjust. Let's file the I-130 and the I-45 all at the same time. If you don't have a lawful entry, we might have to do those things sequentially, one at a time. And particularly in this case where you have this option to apply for parole in place, you've got to wait for the green card application till your parole in place is approved, because only then are you actually eligible to adjust status. I put here Waiver Lite as the caption, and one of the other videos in this series is about waiving inadmissibility when you're family of an immediate relative of a U.S. citizen. So the thing to keep in mind is even though parole in place is widely used for family of U.S. military, immigrant family, no legal process is guaranteed, and that's not different for the parole in place process. It's not a golden ticket in the sense that it just happens automatically. You still have to prove your case. In the memorandum and rules that have been provided about this process, they say that you need to provide evidence of any additional favorable discretionary factors. And that's in addition to the evidence to show that you are the immediate relative of a current or former member of the U.S. military. So in our office, we treat these like an inadmissibility waiver because essentially you are asking the government to waive your unlawful entry to the United States. And so we do collect evidence. We take this seriously. We collect evidence. We take an affidavit, and we prepare a brief written analysis and say, hey, look, they're eligible, and here's all the discretionary factors. So our advice, if you need to apply for parole in place, is to hire a lawyer, because this is one of those situations where you want to make sure you explain all of the reasons that parole in place should be granted in your specific situation. If you're related to a member of the U.S. military, there can be some significant immigration benefits, and one of those is parole in place. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it is, please like and subscribe, and check out the link to our complete comprehensive guide to getting a green card in the United States with the link in the description. Thank you, and we hope to keep seeing you around our YouTube channel.